What's up, everyone? Getting ready to go to work. But I want to show you something real quick. Let's go over here. Oh, that's what we're going to be working on soon, and this is what I want to talk about because of that problem. I need to learn how to weld. Let me show you the welder. Right there. You're going to see a lot of practice there. This means that the fender is going to come off. The windshield's going to come out. I think we're going to pull the dash. Going to get all of this prepped. We have an idea of where the cuts and everything are supposed to be. It's pretty obvious right here. All that's going to get taken care of. I think we're going to section somewhere around here. I'm going to have you guys comment as well. Let me know what you think. Just got this from CaTuned. Igor, he's the man. Always helps out. But that's what we're going to be working on. So let's get this thing started. Go to work real quick. Because then we're not going to be driving this for a while. Can't. All right, we're out the door. Let's get to work. But on the way to work, we'll have a quick conversation. And maybe she'll be the person holding the camera.
Okay, we're going.
Yeah, that sun is ridiculous.
It is so bright.
All right, so you can see I got my clip-on glasses because now I got prescription glasses. So now I'm wearing these clip-ons, but you got to this early in the morning. Let's put this up a little bit more. All right, so obviously we're gonna start cutting the car up. I have never done this before. Kind of scared, though. I understand that I need to practice, and I know that I need to practice. I think that's just common sense. So got the piece from Igor on what I need to do, and what's good about that is it allows me to dissect and better understand what do I need to do here to kind of separate things and get it ready so I can fix that lower windshield cowl, that rust spot that's been there ever since I bought it, and someone just decided to patch it up real well, and then over the years with water just dripping down there, it broke down or eroded the Bondo. So now I'm left with a hole. But I don't want to just re-Bondo it. I would rather instead just fix the dang thing. So how do you feel about me cutting into our car, getting all of this repaired instead of just a quick Bondo job, paint, and call it a day, right? Because it would be very easy to do that.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for me to do it the right way, and some of my friends think that that's just me and the way that I do things. And if we ever do sell the car, it's nice to know that it's at least fixed correctly. So what do you think?
I agree. I think taking the easy approach and bondoing it again is not like on brand for you.
No.
So
I don't know that anyone on my channel would respect me. What do you think if I just bondoed it and called it a day?
well, no, because it's not getting to the root, right? So am I scared? Yeah, I'm not scared of you messing up the car because I know you're like more capable.
I am.
I'm scared of like the welding aspect from like a safety standpoint. That's my fear.
But I've got people.
I know you have the stuff. I know.
I've got plenty of people that I know who are welders, who will give me advice, who I'm sure might mentor me, stuff like that. So that's super helpful. I already had some people last night texting me on, with just sort of different advice, stuff like that. So that's super helpful. It's kind of the beauty of me and the community, the car community here locally, but also like on a broader scale, right? Like through my YouTube channel and through my Instagram. Oh, there's quail. Don't run over the quail.
Quail. Oh.
And of course, I can't see them. The sun is so dang bright. You can't see anything. Even with sunglasses, I can't see anything.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. It's just the fact that we have to have like multiple fire extinguishers on hand that kind of has me a little unnerved about it. But I think it'll get better once I see you start working on it.
And here's what's good too, though, is once I get this figured out, we're going to the E46 M3 and we're dropping the rear subframe, and then we're going to tend to the floor of the subframe, also with the gas tank removed. I think that's the right thing to do. But again, it's the sweat equity, it's the time that we're putting into our cars, the money that we save that allows me to then to put it into other things, right? That I think is so important. So a rear subframe refresh on the E46 M3 will be next after we do this. Now the big question is, like, what do we do with the dash? Because I think it's a good time to remove the dash. We're going to remove the windshield. Love it. Because there's cracks in it, might as well put a fresh windshield in it, stuff like that. We'll get everything painted, all taken care of. I think ultimately maybe get everything painted, smoothed out, that's like serious rock chip stuff, and then just vinyl wrap it afterwards, call it a day, because what's nice about this car is we go out and we drive the piss out of it, and it's nice to just have it vinyl wrapped. It's quick and easy to fix instead of it being painted, dumping 10-15 grand into paint, and then just getting blasted with rocks. You know, on some of these drives that we do, those running Cup 2s literally just devour the front of the car, and I think it would just make more sense to just vinyl wrap the damn thing and be done with it. It's never going to be a show car, never going to be a collector's car, but I want it to be presentable as much as possible. And I think fixing that lower windshield cowl is really going to be important. All right, let's get some downshifting. Oh, I love some heel toe action. It's so easy to heel toe in this car. That's the beauty of this car, is it's so easy to heel toe. Panamera. It's so slow compared to the M3, but I find it more engaging.
It sounds faster when I drive it. No, I'm serious.
You're such a jerk.
I'm sitting over here, I'm like,
Yeah, it's easy to talk stuff from the passenger seat.
No, I think what I was saying is I think like your positionality as like the driver or passenger does inform like how the car sounds.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So I know, and we'll kind of end with this with the video, and then maybe we'll get a couple, you know, exhaust shots or something, is I wanted to sell the car and take the money, put it into the E46 M3, or sell the E46 M3, transition to a 997 or something like that. I think we're going to keep the E46 M3 because all the maintenance is done.
Yeah.
It's a low mileage car, so it's going to last us a long time. So it made sense to me to sell this car, but I think you think otherwise. And obviously we're not selling it if I'm fixing all this.
Yeah, I'm like a staunch George fan.
This car has put us through some stuff.
It has, like, and we've talked about this before, and I think your audience has heard this, like, it has a history, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think it has a history both within the brand, but it very much has for us, like, a personal history.
Yeah.
And plus, like, it just makes me feel, like, giddy and free, and you can't put a price on that, sorry.
There's more of you laughing in this car than any other car.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And yes, this car, you don't keep a car because it's known in the community or anything like that.
Whoa.
I was through the light, guys. I knew that light was coming, hence the downshift. And I'd like to get to work at a decent time. And as you know, as you can see, I'm wearing a different colored shirt because guess what?
You spilled coffee.
Instead of putting it in something like this, the coffee, I had it in a fancy cup that one of my friends gave me, and I went to take a sip and I spilled it all over myself at the gate. That's how the morning started. But that doesn't mean that's how the day has to go, right? I know, a little bit of counselor wisdom.
Yeah, so no, George, for me, can't go anywhere, at least not anytime soon. I'm just not ready.
And here's the thing too, I almost find that I enjoy the car more vicariously through you. What I mean is, I love seeing you laugh and smile, and the joy that it brings to you, you know, on your face and stuff like that when you're driving it. I can tell you enjoy this car, and that makes me happy. When I'm in the M3 and you're driving this, and it's just, the car's you. The car's more you, I think, than it is me. And it was me at some point. I think I'm just evolving in my...
So less evolved?
No, it's not less evolved. It's just, this car is you because you didn't start with it like I did, I guess.
I think for me, this car is, like, easier, so I don't have to feel like it's something that's, like, precious. I mean, yeah, I'm worried about curbing the wheels when I park, but other than that, like, I don't really have to worry about it. I can rev it as high as I want to.
If you blow it up, who cares?
If I blow it up, who cares? Because I know you can fix it. But, like, whereas with the M3, I don't quite know how to drive it yet, so for me, it's still kind of, there's, like, a fear element there.
The SMG is a very nuanced transmission, and so many people hate it, but they hate it without ever sitting with it. And what I mean by that is actually taking the time to understand its quirks, how to work with it, and how to perfect it. I think that's one of the exciting aspects of the SMG that I enjoy, is trying to figure out how to perfect each shift, how to either make it smooth or how to make it feel like a single clutch Lamborghini. To me, that's fun. I find that it has a ton of character. For me, character is really important. I think with this car, we find that it has character. If it was an automatic, it might not have the same character, but it still would have character.
Yeah.
So
I think I enjoy how visceral this driving experience is, whereas like for me, the E46 is more luxurious, if one can say that. I know it's not a luxury car at this point, right?
Some of my friends say it rides like an ox car.
Okay, fine.
And if they're listening, they're gonna laugh because they know it's true.
It does.
But I've made it ride better.
You've made it ride better.
It's just I don't yet have the. I mean, we have the money. I just don't want to put it in right now into a set of coilovers that are $4,000 to make it ride OEM or OEM plus. I just don't want to do that right now, knowing that I've got a rear subframe floor, the vanos, things like that. That's what makes more sense to me. And I'll probably 6-speed convert it before I even do anything with the coilovers, to be honest. Oh, this guy's just hanging out in the left lane. All right, we're gonna pass. There we go. That's what I like. This is what I like about this car, is you make a statement quickly with just some brisk acceleration. You let someone know maybe you shouldn't impede the left lane, right?
They're still in the left lane.
Of course they're still in the left lane.
I don't think your message was received.
No, but I did get a look, and that's what's up.
All right, darling, should we close this up?
All right, yes. So I know we haven't filmed in a while. I've posted some real stuff like that. You know, I don't think we talk about this enough in the YouTube world of just like mental health and burnout and life and all these other things, the things that kind of get in the way when you just don't have the energy or the bandwidth at times to be in front of a camera or to even work on projects. I just haven't wanted to. Call it depression, call it whatever, I don't know. But I feel like using feel twice in the same sentence, it's kind of a no-no, especially when you got a professor in the car. But yeah, I feel like I'm feeling a little bit better and more excited to get things done. Ironic is the weather starts to warm, and that's the time that I don't like to work on cars as much. But yeah, so look for more content. Obviously, we're going to be cutting into this E30 and making some stuff happen. I've never done it before. Look for some practice videos, the cutting, the prepping, all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So as always, I really appreciate every one of you who are subscribing, who are watching, who are commenting. Those things mean a lot. And let's keep growing the channel.
Cool. All right. I heard that turbo spool up.
Yeah.
I hear that whistle. It's in there.
Oh,
hey,
someone smacked
little
it.
rock.
See?
Stay away.
Case in point. Actually, I think it hit right there. But that's the whole point of not like painting the car, is it's useless, especially with these roads in Arizona. And people get onto the road so slow. Oh, it's so frustrating. All right. It's so funny with my boss coming and I'm filming you. It's
Is that her there?
yeah, no, it's Beth though. All right, guys. Bye.